What's up, man? And now our continuing series on MASH, looking back on 50 years of one of the greatest television series of all time. Today, Season 1, Episode 18, Dear Dad, Again. It's our second episode directed by Jackie Cooper, written by Larry Gelbart and Sheldon Keller. The 17th episode produced. Cooper did 16 and 17 back-to-back, and then we slipped in sometimes you hear the bullet in the airing order. This one was originally aired February 4th, 1973, guest starring Alex Hinteloff, also Gail Bowman as Nurse Powell, and Sheila Lauritsen as Nurse Sheila. And it's from this episode forward that Jamie Farr becomes one of our regular cast members. And aren't we thankful for that? All right, episode 18.
Dear Dad, sorry I haven't written sooner, but you know how the work piles up around here. Business, unfortunately, remains very brisk. I think you know by now I'm not being flip. But doing meatball surgery, you either develop a thick skin or you wind up in the Tokyo Giggling Academy. Luckily, we've got an extra pair of hands these days. Captain Adam Casey. He's really a fine surgeon. Every bit as good as I am. And I'll get him for it.
What is that? Take out the generator.
First time we've seen shelling, I think, in the operating room.
3-0 silk.
3-0 silk.
Suit your scissor.
Suit your scissors.
Snow.
Snoo. What's new?
Nothing much. What's snow with you?
Can't you ever be
Odessa,
serious?
Cleveland.
Here comes Corporal
Here comes
Klinger.
Klinger.
One of our orderlies. A nice guy whose only purpose in life is to get out of the Army.
First of all, it's gorgeous. It's so easy to go overboard with one of those, but that's tasteful without being gaudy.
Thank you, sir. I guess the sanest guy in the outfit is Father Mulcahy. It's a wonder he doesn't go deaf from
I
the
said
sound of all the
before,
commandments
back to
breaking
back.
around here.
Jamie Farr and William Christopher, love them.
Father, is everything all right?
It's my back.
You throw down?
He's got some
No,
fancy gloves,
I'd
though.
sure like to.
Let's go in the tent. I'll take a look at it.
Relax.
Boy,
Now, how's that feel?
Better. My back really feels better.
Good. Good. Now, you just try and take it easy for a few days and stay off your knees.
Huh. Thank you very much, Doctor.
Father,
Yes?
it's all right.
Oh, Doctor, one good turn deserves another.
Father, can we consider this a confessional?
I am a priest.
I'm not a doctor.
Oh.
I don't want you to think this is a madhouse, Dad. We're nowhere near that organized. What we are mainly is bored.
I could walk around this compound. I bet you I could walk into that mess tent, order lunch, stark naked. Nobody would pay any attention to me.
Little drink before lunch?
now,
Don't mind if
the
I do.
story of Captain Casey, far-fetched as it may
One
seem,
for the road, as it were.
based on a true story.
Shall we?
After you.
Salute. The trapper's like, gotta be fucking bullshitting me here. Oh. There's Roy Goldman again.
Now that's tasteful without being gaudy.
It's
Did
very
they
quiet at the
issue
moment.
her
The only man
camouflage
in sight is
bathing
Radar
suit?
O'Reilly.
Is that
An amazing kid.
standard issue?
I've never put much stock in ESP, but if it is possible for one person to read another person's mind, Radar has that ability. The little fink.
Is that a nice thing to say?
I don't know what Henry Blake would do without Radar. And I don't know what we'd do without Henry. But I can't wait to get home and find out.
Now, I'm going to give you two famous dates from history.
Okay.
1492,
Okay, hold it.
1776.
1776. Uh-huh.
Now, what do these
I
two...
know.
What?
3,268.
Congratulations, Radar. You've just graduated from the AAA High School Diploma Company of Delavan, Indiana.
Now, Dad, let me bring you up to date on Frank Burns and Hot Lips, the King Kong and Fay Ray of the 4077th. Last week, Frank paid an afternoon call.
Turn a lot
But Hot Lips argued that she had a brain and Frank was only interested in her bones. We then found out that impossible as Frank is as an enemy, he's intolerable as a friend.
Hiya, Chuckles.
Is that a martini? Well, I want one.
Cheers, bitch.
Hey, Frank, take it easy. That's very young gin.
Frank, go slow. That stuff will take the paint off your stomach.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. I got a gal in Kalamazoo.
Frank.
Zoo.
Frank!
You!
If you don't stop singing, I'll glue your tongue down.
Now don't be a party pooper. Or pooter parpy.
Frank.
No one ever called me pal or buddy in my whole rotten life. You know what my own brother used to call me? My own brother, Ferret Face.
I see you for a second, Hawkeye.
I told you not to disturb me during the Korean War.
Gail Bowman.
Go away! This young lady of the nurse persuasion and I are discussing the possibility of a surrender. Where are you going right now?
To the nurse's shower.
Good, then I'll see you. Unless they plugged up the hole. Important, huh?
Yep.
It better be, or I'm putting your appendix back. Terrific. Captain Casey, huh? I'm gonna talk to him right now.
After the choppers.
What choppers?
Wait for it!
Attention, all personnel. Incoming choppers with wounded.
Father McKay,
Very
he
good
knows.
work, Captain Casey.
Thank you, Father.
I'll give you a hand here.
It's all right, Captain.
Better let me give you a hand, Sergeant. Provo Marshal has a circular out on you. You're hot, fella.
You gonna blow the whistle?
Be up the base in 24 hours and never, repeat, never touch a patient again without a license. And contact me the minute you get one. You're a damn good surgeon.
On the level.
Next to you, Frank Burns is an alterations lady.
Thanks.
I gotta ask you one question.
Why? Well, I've passed myself off as a teacher, a lawyer, an engineer. I can do it
An
all.
engineer. They'll go on to create transparent
I just never
aluminum.
had the patience to go through it by the numbers. I guess I never had the drive to get the diploma, the permit, whatever.
Try it once. You'll be great, Casey.
Schwartz, actually.
I forgot to thank you for sending me your old tuxedo. It really added a touch of class to our charity No Talent Night.
Shit, I forgot about this. Of course, here we're going to see Radar playing the drums, which Gary Berghoff actually does play the drums, and he'll play them more in a future episode that has USO in it.
Give me an M.
Oh, Lord.
I'd like to write more, Dad, but it is Saturday night, the one night we all look forward to. I'm gonna shower now, shave, put on a clean uniform, and cry myself to sleep. Kiss Mom and Sis.
Hawkeye, there's somebody here I'd like to say goodbye to you.
I'd just like to thank you for everything you did, and everything you didn't.
In a place crawling with characters, you certainly held your own, Doctor.
Not anymore.
Father Schwartz.
Goodbye, my son.
Yeah, Alex Hinteloff there. He said he's an engineer. I said he's going to go on to create transparent aluminum, right? That was in the Star Trek movie where they traveled back in time and came to Earth, and he was the engineer. Got to create the container that the whales were stored in. Wow. Now, I told you that the story of Captain Casey, based on a true event, and it was something that happened during the Korean War. It happened on a Canadian vessel, and apparently the imposter performed many surgeries successfully on North Korean prisoners of war and others, and his fakery or whatever wasn't made known until somebody did a newspaper article about the whole situation, his heroics aboard the ship that day. And yeah, come to find out, he's not even a damn doctor. Wow. And we'll see the writers of MASH, pull out these gems, find these stories, and bring them and make them a part of our show. Again, we talked about Jackie Cooper, his second episode directing. It might be a theme we'll watch moving here forward. We've had two big scenes with drunkenness. We had Henry drunk in the first episode by Cooper, and now Frank in this one. Of course, that's the writers writing that, but yeah, he seemed to have big fun with that. And it was interesting to see Frank let his hair down, if you will, as well. Love Klinger, love Father McCahey. Again, let's love all our cast. That's part of what makes this show so fantastic, is the people, right? We love them and the characters that they portray, and we laugh and cry right along with them. And it's, again, it's part of what made this show so special over these 12 seasons. And to be honest, and I've talked about it, season 1 is not my favorite, but, here going through them slowly but surely, and making our way toward the end of season 1, I really found myself enjoying some of the episodes that I didn't really care for to begin with. And when I say didn't care for, that's ridiculous. Again, I'd take the worst episode of MASH over the best episode of a lot of crap that's been produced over the last 50 years, as you know. So anyway, appreciate you tuning in. Do all the YouTube things for us. We really do appreciate that. It helps out. We've had a lot more engagement in the comments, folks talking to us a little bit, and we certainly enjoy that. A few thumbs up as well, and got some more subscribers, so spread the word. I don't think there's really anybody out on MASH that's done a proper review, reaction, commentary on this great television series, and that's one of the reasons why I decided to go ahead and do it. Last year, on the date of the actual 50th anniversary of the first broadcast, that's when I actually made myself sit down and do the first one. We're a little bit behind schedule now, but that's all right. We'll probably get caught up. But, yeah, how can nobody be interested in these old shows? They're so fantastic, and nobody's seen them. We have this recency bias. You see all these young reactors, even the older guys in the reaction game, I'm old enough to be their dad, and that's kind of crazy. And, you think about it, if somebody's older than I am or younger, we still have that child within. So, age doesn't really mean a whole lot. Hopefully it means some good experience, but generally in our hearts, we're usually that same kid that we were all those years ago. So trying to bring some love to some old-timey stuff. I've actually got some old movies, the pre-horror code horror movies that came out starting in 1931 and running through 1934, I believe it was. All these classic horror movies. People talking trash about the Lord of the Rings is 2000. Wow, those graphics look so good for 2000. What the hell are you talking about? Or they watched the original Star Wars, like, oh, that's good for 77. Look, this is nothing new. We've been working on this craft for over 100 years. This motion picture thing. Movies. Talkies. Black and white greatness. Up to something as simple as a dramedy about war. That's all I got for tonight, y'all. Appreciate it. And that's what's up, man.